Yes, you'd better hide your heart. Eli Karam is in the studio from the University of Louisville Kent School of Social Work. Good to see you again, my friend.
It's been a while, Terry. Good to see you, buddy.
Happy spring.
That's right.
Derby season. Post-March Madness.
Post-March Madness. A lot of people are having their post-basketball letdown, but we got spring break coming up.
It really is. You know, when March Madness is over, it's kind of like when Christmas is over.
It really is, especially if you're a Kentucky basketball fan and, you know, there's nothing to go. I mean, you hit the pinnacle, and where do you go from here?
Well, clearly the ratings show that we're the top city in America that's marketed by, you know, where they measure the ratings, and so people here love it. So
Yeah.
it can't be all UK fans. I mean, everybody kind of apparently is into college basketball.
I don't think there's any greater spectator sport than college basketball. It's something else.
It's great fun. All right, you're in to talk about, family issues now and again here, and your website is elikaram.com. Karam is spelled K-E-R-A-M. So here comes a time for the family to spend a little time together. Dad's been watching basketball. Our mom's been watching basketball. The kids been handling their own homework.
That's right. And
now we're going to go get into a condo for a week.
We're going to Destin or wherever you. Oh, it's funny that half of Louisville goes to Destin. But we're talking about spring break and how to prepare for spring break, Terry. And I think there is, whether you're staying here or you're going on a trip, ways to prepare. So we got a couple tips for you. First, prepare for travel. And that seems like a no-brainer, but you'd be surprised. Travel is one of life's great stressors. It should be this relaxing thing, vacation. But the idea of getting ready for it, especially if you have children, whether they be small like mine or you have teenagers, it takes some prep time. So when I say be prepared, I mean, don't wait till the last minute to pack, and especially if you're traveling by car. You want to make sure you have everything you need. And we went to South Carolina a couple weeks ago, and we drove and had my kids, and part of my job was to pack the night before. But my wife said, make sure you have everything for our small children. That means you got the iPad ready, you got the DVDs, you got the snacks, because there's nothing worse than being unprepared for a large car ride. Another thing...
And she didn't even back you on that? She just trusted you?
Yeah, she trusted me.
You're 100 miles from home? Where's the iTouch?
But see, it's a double-edged sword, because if we don't have everything we need, then Dr. Eli gets the blame.
Your kids are babies, aren't they?
My daughter will be 2 next.
She has an iPad. How rich are you?
Well, nah, I'm not rich, Terry. You know that. I'm rich. I have a lovely family.
Rich in spirit.
That's right, rich in spirit. But no, I recycle the technology to my son, so he plays with his apps. So you got all your apps loaded. You got the DVDs. You're ready. And then when I say prepare with your spouse. There's nothing more frustrating than going on a trip and arguing about money with your partner. So successful couples have set a budget. They stick with that budget. Therefore, you can go out and you can relax. How to cut costs. There are travel deals. There are ways to not eat all your meals out, but you want to have a budget with your partner, because the last thing you want to do when you're having a good family time is be arguing over money. And that's sometimes, again, money and sex, the two biggest things that couples argue about.
And we don't wait until the day before we leave to talk about, okay, honey, we've got $600 that we budgeted for this or that or whatever. Right. And then the guy says, "Oh, I want to play golf."
That's right.
$120. Blah blah blah.
That's right.
No, it's not in the budget.
Right. So if you're leaving this weekend, you want to have already had that talk, or definitely start that dialogue.
But what happens if the guy throws a curveball at the last minute and said, I got invited to play golf. It'll be $120 after we rent the cart.
Mm-hmm. The curveballs, they do come up, but you have to consider, again, the overall the budget. And
I'm asking for some help here, Eli.
Yeah.
How do you sell that?
Yeah, you sell golf is that is going to make the trip for you, and you're going to be refreshed, and you're going to be able to come back, walk on the beach with the kids, let your wife get some self-care, get a spa day, something like that.
Or how about, don't be so selfish. Right. Why don't you spend all your time with the family? We're on a family vacation.
That is another tip, though. If you are going, now it depends how old your kids are. Obviously, you can't leave them alone. But if you're going with teenagers and they're doing their thing, the idea to have some couple time built into the trip, whether it be one meal alone or a walk on the beach or sometime, it's a great time for that, too. And it also kind of extends the trust to the teenagers that they can hold it together for a couple hours or an evening so that you can go and do what you need. Also, a great thing, some families travel together. As I told you before, my extended family, my wife is very close to her family, so we bring the grandparents, and the advantage of that is, you and your spouse can go and have a good time while your grandparents are bonding with their grandkids. So,
you can always see how well things are going to when they say, we're going to take a walk on the beach, and then you watch them walk down to the beach, and then they go in opposite directions, and you figure that out. All right, sit tight. We got more tips coming up with Dr. Eli Karam in a moment here on 84 WHAS. 84 WHAS, we'll get you an update on the Masters in a few minutes. In the studio with me is Dr. Eli Karam. He's at the University of Louisville of Kent School of Social Work, president-elect of the Kentucky...
president now.
Oh, it happened?
It finally happened, buddy.
They finally... So you are the president of the Kentucky Association for Marriage and Family Therapists.
Finally happened.
Wait, where's your Secret Service? You don't have any guards with you? Did you come in here in a smoke...
You see that guy out there?
I don't see any guy out there. There's supposed to be guys with earpieces in.
That's right.
You're the president.
That's right.
You need to be guarded.
That's right.
All right, Eli Obama is here, ladies and gentlemen, president of the Kentucky Association for Marriage and Family Therapy. You do help families, and that's nice. Now, you have added responsibilities here. You are a father of young'uns.
That's right.
Are you guys on spring break next week?
U of L was on spring break a couple weeks ago, and then I met my family on the beach last week, which was great. But yeah, Jefferson County preparing next week. We got some tips already. Another tip is what about...
Well, you didn't let me ask my follow-up question.
Ask your follow-up.
I got a follow-up question.
It's your show.
Did you walk on the beach wearing sandals and socks? I do this, and I'm mocked for it, and I don't care. I think it's comfortable.
Yeah.
Why do people make fun of guys like me? I mean, I'm about love.
You're about love, Terry. All about love.
We went to the beach last year, and I like little golf footies. I mean, they're not high socks, like my dad used to wear.
You know what I saw a lot now? Do you have those shoes, Terry, that look like socks that have each individual toe exposed?
Oh no, but
webbing?
I got to get some of those. I love those.
I saw some people wearing those.
Yeah, you wear those on the beach, your feet don't get cut up.
Running on the beach with those. They say it's
I
really
think this
good.
is brilliant.
All
I'm
right.
going to get some of those before I go. The beach is lovely, though. All right, some more tips for families getting ready.
Yeah, well, what if you're not on one of those beach trips? What if you are going on a trip, an educational trip? Sometimes parents, they want to cram in all of these sightseeing, educational things. And I guess another tip would be, don't make it so educational that your children or your spouse get so caught up in that they lose the idea that this is a vacation. It is a break from our schedule. Schedule some time to relax. The best thing about a vacation is that you have nothing particular you have to do. It is a break from your normal routine. So I think if you have a 7-day spring break vacation and every day is planned out to the hour, you're really missing the vacation part. So I would really encourage to have some just downtime where it's just protected, relaxed time. The nice thing about my vacation last week, there was the beach, the pool, and dinner, and that was about only thing that was scheduled in the day. So you don't have to have that. You can have more structure than that, but this idea of having scheduled, relaxed time, not overscheduling, so important. And if you have kids that are old enough, include them, another tip, in the planning, Terry. Let them decide, give them a couple of options, and let them decide what they want to do. Don't just overplan everything, and that can, you want to pick the activity on the developmental level of the kid. And sometimes if you have kids that are different ages, sometimes that's tough, but you want to be fair and let each kid kind of plan on what you're doing. Also, what if you can't, if you're saving money or you can't go out of town? How do you make it special during your week in Louisville? You used to always say we're going to L.A.
Exactly right. There's so many people under financial pressure.
Right.
And then the other kids have to hear, well, my buddy Brittany got to go to Hilton Head and we can't.
Right.
And that's a tough deal.
Right. So you want to make it special during the week, whether it's some type of family ritual or you take a day off work and spend with your kids. And sometimes if you have multiple children, this idea we have to do everything together. It's sometimes nice to do something with an individual child. If you have 2 or 3 kids, you do something one day, make it special for your son. Another day, make it special for your daughter. Include them, do something they want. There's also little cool things with young kids you can do inside. Indoor treasure hunts or obstacle courses. Make a big fort with the pillows and the couch. And, check out some of the destinations local here in Louisville and the surrounding areas. There's lots of great places that as Louisvillians we don't really even discover because we don't have time. So you don't have to go on an expensive vacation to have fun with your family.
Dr. Eli Karam, he's online at elikaram.com, last name spelled Karam, president of the Kentucky Association for Marriage and Family Therapy. Now, do you get to run red lights?
Yeah, red lights. I have a special badge that allows me access to.
So you can go to the Final Four. Step aside.
I can almost go as many places as you can. Almost.
You're the president of the Kentucky. That should have gotten you into the Kentucky National Championship game.
Maybe it'll give me a good seat at the Derby or the Oaks.
Do you flash a badge like an FBI agent does?
I'll bring it for you next time.
Oh, you rock, man.
All right.
Before, I was like, well, he's the president-elect. I would always muffle that word. Now it's, he's the president. I'm glad to say we're friends. Can I be vice president? Is that possible? Or are you allowed to elect someone? How about making me Speaker of the House?
What about a special committee? Yeah.
Can you put me on the Supreme Court?
Sure.
Would you?
Sure.
I just nominated myself.
All right.
The Supreme Court of Therapy in the Commonwealth of Kentucky. I want to be Chief Justice.
Amen. I'll see you in a few weeks.
All right, Eli, take care. Back with sports next year on 84. This is Chief Justice Miners declaring.